I had mentioned this earlier, and you're rolling your eyes here. And I said, it's taken me a long time. It's taken me a long time to get back in the groove to do things. When I left the military, I was in kick-ass shape. I was just a little blob. I wasn't a blob. I was a muscle. Now I'm a blob. I'm a slug. I'm nothing. So I decided that I wanted to do something different. And I can't just get back to the gym, right? And so you were rolling your eyes teasing me earlier because I'm not on a health kick. Like I said, right. I had Pop-Tarts for breakfast today. But what I want to do is get stronger so that I can be more active and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't set this up, around New Year's because I always I go downhill and I hate that, So I said, what can I do? What can I do? So a friend of mine is doing Pilates, right? And I said, well, I don't even know what it is. Let me try this, whatever. So I went. I went to I think, am I even saying it right? The Pilates Room. And I had just, one session so far. First of all, I'm hurting in a good way. But I wanted to be accountable for this because if I say it on the air, then that means that I got to keep going. I can't just do this once and then not go back. So I said, well, let me get the owner on because she can explain what it is, how it works. If you have questions about it,
I do have a few questions.
He's sitting here laughing at me right now. And, you know, what is it? What does core mean? So, hello, Carrie. Are you there, Carrie?
I am, Jen. I'm glad to hear you're a little sore today.
Yeah, it's nice. See, she's like a drill sergeant, but in a nice way. So nobody be afraid. But Carrie, thank you so much for coming on. Now, first of all, where are you guys located? What is Pilates, and what the hell does core mean?
Okay. So first of all, we're located in Marstons Mills on 35 Main Street, right where the intersection of 149 and 28 is. Mm-hmm. And Pilates is a movement system designed by a man named Joseph Pilates. It's designed to strengthen, stretch, and balance your body. It was not designed for dancers. It was not designed for women. It was designed by a man for men.
Oh, for men. See, I didn't know that. Then how come?
Yeah, so what are you doing getting all up in our business for then?
Because it's so good for everybody's body. That's why.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
But what exactly, I still, somebody said, you got to work on your core. And everyone was saying, oh, you're doing Pilates, you're going to die. That's insane. And so, no, and you know that. I told you yesterday, I didn't want to come see you. I was so glad that we had to reschedule. But now I can't wait to get back. So when you say you're getting your core strong, what is that?
A lot of people, when they think about core exercises, they think about just your abdominal muscles. And your core is really more about your inner thighs, your glutes, your abdominals. It's like someone took a girdle from your rib cage on down past your hips. Mm-hmm. That whole area, that's your core. And in Pilates, we learn how to make that stronger so you can move from your center out. So we're not all about shoulders. We're not all about hips and knees and quads doing all the work for you. Mm-hmm. It's about moving from inside out.
And so what kind of exercise? I mean, how would you explain it? Because I don't even know how. I was trying to explain this to my mom last night, and she just, what the hell are you talking about? I said, fine, Mom, listen to the radio tomorrow, because I can't explain it. I don't know. It's sort of like push-ups, but not really. It's sort of like stretching, but not really. And so what kind of exercises, how do you explain it?
Well, he basically designed this whole system that works on a mat, which most people are more familiar with the exercises on the mat that you would do at a gym, right, in a big group setting.
Yeah.
And those are 34 exercises that have a sequence and transitions and all of that. Most people are more familiar with that. But in addition to that, there's apparatus or equipment that you work on.
Oh, yeah, there is, people. Trust me on this. Oh, yes.
And the equipment just helps support your body. It gives you something to push and pull against. It makes it resistance training. When you're on a mat and you're a beginner, it's like you and gravity. And that's why I hear a lot of people say that they got hurt in Pilates. Mm-hmm. This is designed where you work on the mat, you work on the reformer, you work on the equipment, and you're in an intimate setting, so you're not going to get hurt.
Now, who benefits the most from this? If somebody, and I neglected to tell, there was one point on the little form you have to fill out and it said, tell me about your history. And I neglected to mention a few things, but I was hit by a drunk driver, forgot to tell you that, and do have some, back issues. But, I mean, if somebody has had some sort of, serious injury, is it something that they can do? Because, a lot of people say, like my mom, I can't exercise because I'm hurting and I have this and that, but it seems like it's perfect for someone.
I'm too old for
that.
Exactly. And that's a great question because Pilates really is great for everybody's body. It works for beginners. It works for people who are rehabilitating injury. It works for triathletes that are trying to take a little time off their speed.
Now, why should they trust you? Because I don't want people to think, oh, this is just some chick that Jen met when she was at the 12 items or less line, and she said, oh, let's go do Pilates. So now you are seriously qualified, and trust me, folks, when I tell you this. This woman is in shape, but not in a way that you're going to freak out about, like when you see those steroid bodybuilders. Yeah. No, that's not good. But what can you tell people about your experience, Carrie?
Oh, basically, I have a BFA in Fine and Performing Arts from the Boston Conservatory of Music. That gave me 4 years of learning about dance, the body, how to teach movement, how to analyze movement, all that stuff. And then later on in my life, I went and got a teaching degree, and I'm a graduate from Leslie University. So take teaching and movement and put it together, and this was just perfect for me. I also have done 2 separate comprehensive certifications. One that was a thought-based Pilates certification, which is more contemporary Pilates. And then I'm also comprehensively certified by Peak Pilates, which is a classic Pilates certification.
Carrie, it's Ronnie. I wanted to ask you, how does Pilates differ from, say, yoga or Tai Chi? Or
Great question.
Because I looked into yoga once, and I'll be honest with you, I just said, no way. This
Shut
is
up.
way
You
too...
looked into yoga?
And I did, and I said, this is...
That's funny. No, you got to see this
and
guy.
I said, these people are way too... This is too crunchy for me. This is just way too crunchy.
Well, why do you think I'm taking private lessons? I don't know anybody see me.
So, but just for an every guy like me, that looks into things like this, how does it differ from yoga or Tai Chi or...
Pilates gets compared to yoga an awful lot, but it gets compared to yoga because they're both mind-body fitness modalities, but they're very different. You do, in both yoga and Pilates, you want to be present in what you're doing. And in Pilates, we're moving through the exercises in a sequence that's pretty quick. You have to be present in what you're doing.
Yeah.
And the whole point is to be in control and have concentration and use your breath. I mean, it moves more like a power yoga class would. There's no standing poses. There's no hanging out and waiting and breathing.
Is it common to listen to music while you do Pilates, or any particular kind of music? Or
Well, it depends on what sort of Pilates that you're experiencing. Like I said, I've been trained in both contemporary and classical Pilates. I choose to teach classical Pilates because I found it made my body change and my clients' bodies change more faster and more efficiently. And in that, we don't use any music.
All right,
here's just you and me and my lovely self.
Yes.
I just have one more question.
Yeah,
Jennifer,
go ahead.
I just wanted to know if there's a particular discipline of nutrition that's exclusive to Pilates.
Why did you have to ask that? I'm doing Pilates, but not there yet. I'm still eating Pop-Tarts and Fruity Pebbles. What the hell?
Well, what you choose to put in your own body is your own business.
Boy, I already like the ideology of Pilates a lot.
I'm telling you, this is why it's so cool, and this is why
Boy, you were right, Jen. Carrie rocks.
I know.
Thank you.
No,
you get. First of all, I want to support local business, and also I just want to be accountable for. I want to let everyone know I'm doing this, so that if people ask me, yes, I'm still doing it. But also now I'm getting some emails, Carrie. They want to know how. First of all, how can they get in touch with you, and also the kind of classes you teach. Again, I'm taking private lessons because I need one-on-one until I learn how to do this. That's who I am. But how do they get more information about this?
You can get more information. You can go on my website, which is www.capepilatesroom.com. You can email me at pilatesroom@comcast.net. And if you go to my website, my business number's on there, and you can contact me for more information as well.
And if anybody is interested, and I would do this with you, Ronnie, if we can take a class together, just you and me.
You would
Carrie,
you would actually take a Pilates class
I
with
would.
me?
No, I'm dead serious. So if anybody's interested in this and you have some great trepidation.
Listeners, I'm going to accept just to be able to tell you how that went.
I'm serious. You email me, and I will pick up the tab, and you come with me and see if you like it. How about that?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, sounds good.
Carrie, thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow at the
Pleasure
Crack.
speaking with you.
The Crack.
The Crack of Dawn.
You got it. All right. Thanks.
Bye.
There you go. Bye-bye. See, I'm going tomorrow at the Crack. She's so funny. Really, this woman knows what she's talking about, and she doesn't make it difficult for you to learn this stuff. And I know someone like you would like it. And I don't want people to think, oh God, why are we listening to this? Because so many people hate the first of the year. They don't want to make a New Year's resolution. That's why I waited. And I would not steer you guys wrong.
And can I say, Carrie sounds very grounded, too.
She's
like
very,
I said, when
nice.
I looked into yoga, I stepped... It's all
cool.
about the spiritual, higher consciousness.
No.
I just, oh, come on. I just want to get in shape.
Yeah,
I don't want to...
Trust me. I would not steer you all wrong. I take very seriously the things that I do, although sometimes you would doubt that. But no, she's a nice person, good soul.
She sounds great.
She's a really cool cat. All right, guys, we need to take a quick break. We'll wrap things up. Myself and Ronnie, and if you have any questions about Pilates, it's the Pilates Room in Marstons Mills over there, right on 149, or email me, and I'll put you in touch with Carrie. All right, cool beans. We'll talk to you guys in just a few minutes right here on News Radio 95 WXTK.